Okay guys, we're starting Kimura style. And really, you know, if we're talking about Ude-garami and Judo, they don't differentiate here and here. Like Ude-garami, we're talking about, you know, arm could be here, arm could be here, arm entangled, okay? So that could be an Americana, it could be a Kimura. Anytime you get into that, you get the Ude-garami, which is straight arm lock with your arms also coming into the picture. So that's the sort of stuff we'll be doing this morning. Okay. Now, I'm going to show some stuff tonight from like half guard on top. Okay. And just some nuances. If you want to check out our YouTube channel, we have about like 60 videos on the Kimura from all positions. Okay. Even standing, it comes in. Okay. So this is perfect. This is exactly where I want for this. And I will say, I learned this technique from private from Kyle. So if anybody wants to work with him, it's one of his moves I stole from. Okay, but it like goes to two other things I do. Like I immediately added it to my game. Like I've hit it twice rolling in the last week. Okay, but here, you don't stay here. You're not gonna stay here. Like hit. But what I do is I switch to like a reverse half. Here. And see, I've got his arm. Now I let go. Here, wedge my shin in. Come up and out, okay? Then I can take his arm up and in. Now I want to be able to finish the submission, okay? So for that, I'm going to sit through and I'm going to step over. Look how my hip is up off of the mat. It's going to be like I swing a baseball bat this way, okay? Here, boom. Spiral fracture of the humerus is what the result would be if you didn't tap. Okay, if I just set my weight on the mat, he can set up, right? So I don't want that. If they do set up, you can re-roll them. A la Frank Mir, no Gira, right? But we're back in here, so like, watch. Okay, so people are usually like framing and stuff here, so look. Boom, boom, right there. Come here, I want to take this up and bend it in, okay? Now, sit through, step over. He already tapped as soon as I stepped over. But look, my hip is off the mat here. It's not, just barely, but it's off the mat, okay? You know, here's another thing. This is a sidebar, okay? Like when I do this, and I'm here, and I clear the hip line, I wedge in, hold on to my leg. Like look, I'm not going to back step and come out. I gotta come up first, right? So here, up and out. If you try and just like a conventional back step, because I was always taught something like this. Right? See how my leg comes in an arc. But with this one, the way we're doing it, here, I've gotta come up. My knee comes up and then out. Okay, and then go for the finish. Does that make sense? Good, 1, 2. So what I want to do is, like you notice when I'm doing this and I switch, I let go and then I'm here. Okay, so as I'm, you know, trying to clear here, you can submit somebody with the 3 arm locks. Kimura, Americana, Ude-garami, straight arm lock from half mount. You can do that. Okay, but what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go forward on my head and step over their head and roll here. Then I get the tap. Okay, also what you can do is you can extend your leg, forcing them to roll through, letting them out, coming up, and finishing here. Okay, so get a couple of nuances there. So here, use this to pass, then start putting here. I haven't got my legs past anything other than his knee shield. So you have Z-guard and I got past that as a barrier. Once I do that, I post over on my head and I hook behind his head. And I start falling towards his head. What you'll do a lot of times, you'll come here, you get the finish, okay? Or I make him roll through. I clear my leg, I come up, I go to that last finish we did here, or I finish on this side. It's like one of my favorites. Okay, so if you will project that over your head, it'll unweight your legs and make it a little easier to step over his head. Okay, so here, clear, go reverse half. You got past that knee shield barrier. Push this down, here. Roll through, cross your feet, get the tap. Or roll him through, clear, finish. Make sense?
Yes, sir.
1, 2.